All right, let's see who this is. Hang on the line, pissed off Vols fan. We're finding somebody for you. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Let's go, pissed off Vols fan.
Oh, yeah, this will be good. This will be good. Pissed off Vols fan versus TikTok guy, Chess Hall. Fight!
Who the hell is Chess Hall?
Don't you worry about that.
Your
It's a
daddy,
Georgia fan. You asked for a Georgia fan. Fight!
About to be your daddy?
Shit. You ain't gonna be nobody's daddy, son.
Yeah.
You a Georgia fan? Are you a Bulldog? Are you a Bulldog? Are you a Bulldog?
You bet your ass I am. We've been your daddy for the past...
I want to know. Okay, let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you this. What makes you think Georgia's going to be so damn dominant this year? You guys are at best a top 20 team. You're not a top 5 team.
Sir,
don't hand me shit about Jamie Newman.
And you're not a top 25 team. You're a fucking nobody team. You better be glad the coronavirus happened to y'all, because nobody's going to show up to your fucking games anyways. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking losers who can't win shit.
And what are you basing? What are you basing?
I am
winning
your
on?
Daddy. Georgia.
What are you? But not.
Daddy.
No, don't keep saying you're my daddy. Oh, just answer me. What are you basing it on? What's going to make you so dominant? I want to know.
The past 3 years, sir. Have you not noticed how
No,
dominant?
not the past 3 years. We're not living in the past. That's what everybody says anytime somebody says 1980.
Let's see.
What's going to make you so dominant this year? Because you guys have lost more players this year than Georgia has ever lost.
Okay.
How are you going to do this?
Do what?
Well, you're going to win with a bunch of recruits?
Yeah.
You guys have been on the top of the recruiting trail since Kirby Smart got there, and you ain't won shit, son. You ain't won shit.
Never won
How
shit.
are you going to win?
How are we going to win? Why we always do, by beating everybody's fucking ass, including
So you can't answer the question because you're just like the rest of the Georgia fans. You're fucking delusional and brain dead. Uncle Lou, how are you going to win? What are you going to do to win this year? Hey, shut up and let the grown-ups talk. Hey, adults are talking. Uncle Lou, how is Georgia going to win?
You haven't been
Sit down,
relevant
young man.
since 1998. You realize how old I was in 1998? I was 4 years old, sir. You haven't been relevant since I was 4 years fucking old.
And you guys have been dominant in the SEC East. That has been nothing but shit for the last 15 years.
You
guys haven't been relevant since 1980.
Are you fucking...
You guys have not been relevant since 1980. You want to throw out 1998, 1980.
We were fucking relevant in 2017, 2018, 2019.
In a weak-ass SEC East Conference.
Oh my fucking God. Really?
In a very weak. You guys are at best mediocre. You guys were mediocre when you got into the bigger games. You got
you
your ass
really are
kicked.
fucking delusional, sir.
No, I'm telling you the truth. You don't want to see it.
You don't want
Now
to see
answer
the
me.
truth, sir.
How are you going? How are you going?
Your team
You can't even answer a simple question. This is why I want to Bob the Barner. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You're really going to be pissed, and Uncle Lou is going to be breaking the shit out of some TVs after you all lose 4 games this year.
What makes you think Tennessee's going to be good this year? Tell me. What do you think? What makes you think Tennessee's going to be good this year?
You never answered my question. Why is Georgia going to be dominant?
Are you fucking stupid or dumb?
No, you didn't. You didn't answer. All you said is, blah, 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 blah. Daddy, I'm your daddy. Blah, 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 blah. Answer the question.
Wow, you're a great...
What are you basing it on? What are you basing it on that you guys are going to be so dominant? Jamie Newman? Let me tell you a little bit about Jamie Newman. Maybe you didn't look at his stats. I did. His stats were the equivalent...
team, sir.
I know, and in the shitty... Listen, in the shitty conference, too. And his numbers were identical to Jarrett Garantano, who done it in the SEC. You guys have Jarrett Garantano Part 2. And you think that somehow he's going to take you to a national championship? You are so fucking stupid. If you're basing that on Jamie Newman, you are full of shit.
Let me ask you something, sir. How did Tennessee lose to BYU? Let me ask you that.
I'll tell you how we lost BYU. You want a smart-ass
Because you
answer? You want the legit
suck.
answer?
That's
Do you
what
want the
I-
legit answer? No, I'll give you the legit answer.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Because I was at that game.
Congratulations. You're
We
a good
lost
fan.
because we had Jamie Newman playing fucking quarterback that couldn't get off he couldn't stay on the field, and the defense was wore out by the end of the game. They stayed on
Sir,
the field the
y'all
bulk of the
have no
game, and they were
defense
giving up late
or
plays, late
offense
touchdowns. They done
or
it to
not
Georgia.
anything.
Go back and look at it.
Jeremy Pruitt is probably the worst fucking head coach I've seen.
He will
lifetime.
beat Saban before Smart ever comes close.
Whooping
He will beat Saban before you guys ever beat Alabama.
Sir, you're
going into Tuscaloosa. You're getting lost. You are going to get beat by Florida. You are going to get beat by Tennessee, and then Kentucky is going to beat your ass right there in Lexington.
We will see if you'll be around by the end of the offseason when Tennessee goes.
Oh, I'll be around, son. I will be around. And I wanted Bob the Barner. I want to know where Bob the Barner is.
Why are you worried about Bob
I
the
want
Barner?
somebody
when
that
I'm here
can
right here,
actually-
sir? Why are you worried
I
about
wanna know-
Bob the Barner?
Are you Bob the Barner?
No, I'm Chess Hall. Who are you?
You know exactly who I am.
called it. Georgia is your daddy, and you know it.
Georgia ain't nobody's daddy, and they proved it. They've not won shit since 1980. And you know damn good and well I'm telling the truth. You guys are going to be the national champions every year. You had the best recruiting class. And then you turn around and say, oh, Tennessee won the offseason. You guys have won the offseason every season since Kirby got there, and you can't do shit with it. And then you get a no-name quarterback that has
Let me ask
the
you
same
something.
numbers
When's
as
the
Jared
last time-
Garantano that comes
When
in.
was the last time Tennessee's been to the SEC championship? Let me ask you that. Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know?
I know exactly when it is.
What year?
And
what year
that's
was
just exactly what I told you.
What year
Exactly what I told you. The SEC East has sucked ass for the last 15 years, and Georgia still can't get over the hump.
Florida's been a top two.
Yeah, they've
Florida,
won the East. They've won the
Florida
East.
has been a top 10 team each of the last 2 years. So you're embarrassing
In the
yourself
last
with
2
the
years.
East ain't no
In the
good.
last 2 years.
Yeah, and
in
we
the
won
last
it, and
2
we won the
years, they
East
have.
both of those years. So this whole the East is no good. That's the only reason Georgia wins it is retarded. Florida was a top 10 team.
Listen, for the last 15 years, we've been plumb garbage, and you guys still can't pull out to a lead in the overall series.
We
last
are. We
5
do
years,
have a
you guys
lead.
are up
We
one
do have a
game.
lead in the overall series.
You have a one game. You can't pull away. That's what I said. You can't pull away. You have a one game lead in the overall series. In the last 5
Yes.
years,
Over the course
you
of
guys are up
history,
one
yes,
game in
you're
that
you're
series.
right. Over the last 130 years, Georgia is better than you. Yes, you're right. Georgia leads the series. You are correct.
by one game.
Georgia leads the series. You are
But
correct.
for the last 15 years, we've been pure shit, and you guys still can't pull away from us. Explain that.
If you would have beat Georgia State 31-30, you'd be on here saying you beat Georgia State. Not that
This
you
ain't
only
about-
beat them by
this ain't
one,
about Georgia
but you
State.
wouldn't be saying, but you
This
only
ain't about Georgia State.
we only
This is
beat them
about
by
the-
one.
So are you-
You're only
are you a
up by
Georgia
one.
State fan?
You're only up
Or
by
are you a
one
Georgia
on
Bulldogs
You're
fan?
only up by one
Are you
in
a
our
Georgia
time
State fan,
series.
or are you a
Listen,
Georgia Bulldogs fan?
listen. You've got
Which
more
one?
head coaches in the last 10 years than you do wins against Georgia, Florida, and Alabama combined. Your three biggest rivals,
Are
sir.
you-
You're 500
Georgia
against
State
Vanderbilt in
fan?
the last 5 or 6 years. You haven't beat a top
Why
10
can't you
team.
answer the question?
You have not beat a top. I don't answer questions. I don't
what
dance.
this is?
I trash
Georgia
talk,
fans
bitch.
can't
I don't
answer
answer
damn
questions. You bald-headed fuck. You cue ball looking. I ask the questions. I don't answer.
Oh, you don't
Tennessee
answer my
is an
questions, son.
embarrassment
You
to
will
college
answer my fucking
football.
questions.
An absolute embarrassment. 500 against Vandy over the last 6 years. Whee! Jeremy Pruitt lost to two 2 group of 5 schools in the same year. Can't relate. Kirby Smart's my head coach. He's never lost to a group of 5 school. He's won the East 3 years in a row, won the SEC, made the playoffs, something
Kirby
Tennessee's
Smart
never
is gonna
done,
lose
won a
4 fucking
playoff
games
game,
this year.
something Kirby Smart's never done.
You just-
Tennessee hadn't beat a top 10
I
team
get
in
it, I get it.
15 years.
Georgia
You're an
fans
absolute joke and a
can't
disgrace. There's not a
answer a
single
simple question.
high school recruit
This is how
alive
delusional
who
and
was
how
alive the
stupid
last time Tennessee
Georgia
even won an
fans
SEC
really are.
title. It was
guys
last
are so
century
moronic,
when you
it's
even
not
won an
even
SEC
funny.
title. You can't last
It's not
century,
even
sir.
funny.
Last century. There's not a high school recruit alive who was born the last time Tennessee even won the SEC. You're absolute garbage. You're one of the worst Power 5 programs in America over the last 10 years. You're terrible. And the only thing you can say is Georgia ain't won a national title. Georgia ain't won a national title. No, but you're a Tennessee fan. You're a Tennessee fan, not a national title
You
fan. We
can't
beat you
answer the
130 to 25 in the last 3 seasons. 130 to
I'm gonna tell
25.
you this.
How you going to win
This
something
year,
with Jamie Newman? How you going to win with
Tennessee
Jamie Newman?
will
You
beat
dumbass.
Georgia
You're about retarded. We swept the East 2 years in a row and lost 1 game in the
you
East
won't
last
even
year
listen
with
to
Jake
reason.
friggin' Fromm.
Georgia
Do
fans
you
are
really
so
think it
delusional
matters who
and
plays
fucking
quarterback
burnt
for
out. You
UGA?
guys are so
Have you not
stuck
been
in
paying attention the
1980s,
last
you
3
still think you're
years,
relevant.
son? You
You're
must
not
not have been
relevant.
paying attention the last
They
3
have
years. That's the
sucked
only thing
ass.
I can
The entire
figure.
SEC has sucked ass for the last 15 years, and you guys still can't win.
Can't win what?
You want to point out bad losses? What about when South Carolina whooped your ass last year?
They're a Power
In
5
your own
team.
stadium.
They're a Power
They
5
give you
SEC
the game
team.
7 different times, and you guys found a way to fuck it up.
They're a
you
Power
guys
5
somehow think
SEC
Jamie
team.
Newman's the
You lost to
answer?
Georgia State.
Get real.
You lost to Georgia State.
Get fucking real.
You lost to
Jamie
Georgia State.
Newman is a shit quarterback. You guys are going to turn the ball over all next year. You're going to
Jake
lose
Fromm
4
is a
games.
shit quarterback. He lost 1 game in the East the last 3 years. Why do you think
I
quarterback
didn't say
matters?
Last year, I said this year.
Quarterback-
This year, next year, this year.
But
This
look
year
what
right
Fromm
here.
did. What do you think we need? Fromm had 2,700 total yards. Total. Every year. 2,700 yards every single year. What do you think it matters? We can put you in at quarterback, sir, and you're half retarded and blind.
Uncle Lou, what is going to make Georgia so dominant this year?
The best defense in the SEC. Say I'm wrong. So we can all see how stupid you really are. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, they've got a good defense.
They've got the best defense in
The
America.
problem with that is you guys are not going to have any quarterback play. They are going to be in the same boat that we were last year. He's not going to be able to sustain a drive because he runs first. He's not going to get away from the defensive ends in the SEC like he did in the ACC.
Jake Fromm had negative 140 yards rushing for his career. He lost 1 game in the division the last 3 years. Everything you're saying about the quarterback position is absolutely ridiculous. If you want to say something that makes a little bit of sense, let me give you a hint here.
Well, Jake Fromm also had a better line. Your all's
There you
line
go.
is
Now you're on to
completely
something.
gone.
That's what you should be talking about is the offensive line. Pretending that it matters who we
Exactly.
play
That's
at
what
quarterback
that's what
is
I said
ridiculous.
To start with, everybody has left. Jake Fromm had a kick-ass line. Jamie Newman is not going to. He's going to have a bunch of high schoolers blocking for him.
Oh, my
You really
Oh, see,
think we're
now
gonna be
you're
able to
showing
block
your
the
idiocy. You're
defensive
showing your
line
idiocy
in
again.
the SEC?
You're showing your idiocy
No.
again. Yeah, it won't be a bunch of high schoolers blocking for him. In fact, there won't be any freshmen at all, sir. We have recruited 5-star offensive linemen, multiple of them, every year for the last 4 years, sir. There will be 4 NFL offensive linemen starting for Georgia. Experience is the issue, not talent. And they all played last year. You know how many injuries we had on the offensive line last year? You don't know because you don't watch football.
Oh, I watch it. I watch it all the time. I sure do. I watch Georgia. And I also know that Georgia had a big-ass fucking mass exodus of players leaving. Most of them leaving because they know that Kirby Smart's not going to get them there, and you guys somehow
Have
think
you,
that, oh
like,
yeah, he's going to take them to the
Have you
championship.
seen
Georgia is not going to the. Shut up,
We
little
are
boy.
loaded.
I'm still talking to Uncle Lou. Shut up, young
We are
man.
loaded. I'm just letting you know we're loaded.
Yeah, loaded. You're drunk. That's what you're loaded with.
I
I'm going
don't
to tell you
drink,
something.
sir.
Tennessee will beat you in
You
Athens.
sound
this
like
year.
you're drunk. So
I'm
might-
telling you.
Okay.
When I say something, I mean it. And I'm telling you right now that if an elephant is going to shit ice cream, you better get a bucket and a fucking spoon, son.
Oh my God.
Telling every one of you right now, Georgia is so fucking up. They're the most overrated team that I've seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah, they finished top
They
5
are
each of the
so
last
fucking
3 years.
hyped up and overrated.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
got a kick-ass defense.
Yeah.
and
Top
that's
five,
it.
top 5, 2 of the last 3 years,
You
an
won't be able
SEC
to
title, 3
score.
straight division titles, a playoff win, 2 top 5 finishes, and a top 10 finish, and have lost 1 game in the division total in the last 3 years. But
Exactly
they're
like I
overrated.
said.
They're
Exactly
they're
like I said,
overrated.
in a shitty division.
Shitty division. Florida's been a top
Tell
10
me it ain't
team.
been a shitty division.
It has not been a shitty division. Florida's been a top 10 team each of the last 2
It
years.
has been a shitty division. Florida's been good for 2 fucking years.
We're only talking about a 3-year period, you fucking half-wit.
No, I'm talking about the last 15 years. I've said it about 30 fucking times.
Who gives a shit
You're
about the
not
last
listening.
15
This is
years?
This is what I mean about Georgia fans. They don't listen and they don't comprehend.
Sir,
You
you're not
guys are
playing the
literally
Georgia
some of the
team. You're
dumbest
not playing the
fucking
Georgia
fans
team of
I've
the
ever
last
seen in
15
my
years. You're
life.
playing the Georgia team of 2020. You're going to get
You're
your shit
talking
pushed in
about-
again.
In the last, okay, we'll just go with the last, we'll go with the last 5 years. Georgia they've dominated the fucking SEC East. And we'll say for the last 2,
We've only
3
won
years,
the East
Florida's
for the
been
last 3
fairly
years,
relevant.
sir. That's it. Not the last 5
But in
years.
the
We've
last
won the
5
East 3
years,
years in a row.
They still are only 1 game up on Tennessee, and we've been awful. You guys lost to Bush Jones twice.
You act like there's
Probably
never
the
been a
worst
period
coach
of
we've
time
ever
where
had.
Georgia's been bad. We were bad 50 years ago. That's the only reason we're only up 1 game. What kind of sense does that make? We've been playing you for 130 years, and we're better than you. We're better than
talking
you
about
all
the last
time. We have a
5
winning
years.
record against you. We're better than you now, and it's not close. We've beat you 130 to 25. That's the total score the last 3 years. It's not close. The only thing you can
tell you
do
what, you
is call
better-
up here and tell
what
me
you
how
need
great
to
of a
do,
year we
Uncle
had
Lou,
in
go ahead and take a
1980.
picture of them
Sir,
scores.
I know we had a
So
great
that
year
if
in
you walk
1980.
1980 them,
You
and
haven't
look
even
back
come
on them
close to an
here in
SEC
the next
title.
few years, because
You haven't made the
Tennessee's
Sugar
gonna
Bowl
whip
in
your
30
ass for the
years.
next few years.
How
Not
are you
only
an
Tennessee,
SEC
Florida.
powerhouse? How are you supposed to be an SEC powerhouse? You
In the
haven't
next-
made the
in the
Sugar
next
Bowl in
2
30
years, Georgia will be
years.
the 4th best team in the SEC East.
Holy shit.
Kirby Smart is
Holy
not that good of a
shit.
coach.
The fourth
You
best
guys
team in the East? That's
Do
it.
not see it. Yeah,
This
you'll end
call
up
is over. This call is over.